Welcome back to Spotlight. We are talking to Mr. DEEPAK Manchanda. So you were enlightening us about the modules towards true success, happiness and peace. So बताइए हमें.
The philosophy is based on a core energy which we all have, which we possess. And we call this energy as a primordial energy, Kundalini. In the Western world is also called as sex energy. But since I come from Jammu, which is where we have the main temple of this energy, I feel that I was able in the last 45 years to understand that energy in a different way, which put me into a very unique position to share it with the world in a very modern way as somebody who has university degrees and how they could use this primordial or core energy to create the reality. We all have heard about law of attraction, but we do not talk very clearly that how the law of attraction works. The prerequisite is to understand the energy within ourselves. So my whole philosophy and the curriculum gives the exposure to this energy, and then how you could slowly, gradually, by mastering and by experiencing, can convert it into the reality of success, happiness and peace, all three.
In the modern world, and
yes.
That's amazing. So that's what these empowering sessions are all about. And you have that interesting name to it, F-Scent. Tell us a bit more.
Amitha, there are a lot of ways where people could go within, and I consider meditation is one of the way. And finding self is the beginning of everything, and it is not me, it is Aristotle who said 2000 years back. And this particular technique, you could go within without uninterruption. You may have heard when people talk about meditation, focus on light, focus on that. I'm saying focus on the sound within you. So F-Scent is focus on sound in ears, nose and throat. You always have a sound in ear, you always have the breath sound in your nose, and then you always have some sound when you just gulp something. You will always realize there is a sound which is produced. And ENT is a concept, as a doctor, you also call it as one bundle. So that's my focus. And when you know these three sounds, which is Soham, Om, which is the sound of Om and Soham basically, and when you combine these three sounds, you could create the visual reality. So it's transducing sound energy into the light energy.
So using your own energy to create that
the reality
success,
in which you want to
happiness
live.
and peace.
Yes.
Amazing. So when is your next session?
It's on August 16th. It is on 8199 Young Street in Thornhill. And the session is only for 90 minutes between 2:30 to 4 o'clock. And I encourage, and this special session is for women in business. I keep one session for the women. And I'm positive that through this session, they will have a new insight about themselves and can use the knowledge to make their life better.
One of many sessions, and we will find out about where to get details very soon. Lekin usse pehle, I have to ask, you're a successful entrepreneur who has made it on his own, already very busy, but you sound so spiritual and all-rounder. Do you have some time for yourself, family, or aapki kuch hobbies vagera hai?
I live in a place which is like country, and gives me enough time to be with myself as well as with my family. And I try to balance my health as well as my family issues along with my work. As far as my hobby is concerned, I promote Bhagavad Gita. I have made the video, it has been on the YouTube. And for sure, as a hobby, one day I would like to take people from the Western world to show that temple in my city.
It's a tour.
Yeah, so for sure that I will be interested in doing something to balance my own life.
Nice. So balance is the key word here today. So आपने हमें already inspiration दिया है, लेकिन if you can share maybe the top 3 tips for all of us towards that successful balanced life, that would be great.
Unless and until people will not find their purpose and meaning of this life, they will never be successful, happy and peaceful. That's the first prerequisite. Until and unless people do not understand that they are not supposed to take the decisions under the influence of anger, ego, greed, pride, lust, they will never be successful, happy and peaceful. And most important is to find your flock. Until and unless you find your flock, the people who loves you unconditional, the people who appreciate you for what you are naturally, you will never be successful, happy and peaceful. You'll always live in misery because you'll be living among those people who will never encourage you to do anything.
Wow, I love all the tips, especially the third one. कहते हैं कि, you know, you probably don't want to stay with the negativity.
Yeah.
And the other thing being that जो हमारे साथ होते हैं, we ज़्यादातर हम उनको ignore करते हैं and don't appreciate them. So I love all the tips that you've given, and it's about having that gratitude for that life we already have. आपसे एक request है कि you're already so inspirational, और जो दर्शक हमें watch कर रहे हैं, आपके जैसे उनमें से है, you know, like who are trying to figure out that thing in life. So do you have any words of advice for those who aspire to be like you?
Just be self. Be open for learning new skills. Considering that our wisdom has a limit. Like, I consider my stupidity begins where my wisdom ends. And there is always a room for us to learn new things, whether it is skills or knowledge, both. And we all should have a room for that, to bring those new things for our continuous growth. And the most important thing we all have to understand is that there is an entity beyond all entities, which holds all entities. Just bring it a little bit of that perspective in your life. Call it God, call it higher consciousness, call it universe, whatever it is. But just bring it on, and you will see like even your struggle will turn into an amazing experience.
Very well said. Well, it's been a pleasure talking to you today. I've got so much inspiration, but beyond that, you're so humble, and you're almost providing us with that path towards almost salvation. It's amazing. Thank you so much for talking to us today. Thank you. लेकिन जाने से पहले दर्शकों को एक बार फिर से याद दिला दे, आपकी एक सेशन होने वाली है Sunday, August 16th, the empowering session F-Cent, geared mostly towards women in business this time. Lekin if you can tell the viewers about the website that they can go to so they can find out more about you, the services and upcoming sessions, that would be great.
Amitha, we are trying to reach to the university students. We are trying to reach to the new immigrants who are coming to Canada under investor category, and I'm trying to reach to the people between the ages of 35 to 55 who already have the skills and would like to change their career or make a temporary or permanent employment. I'm not saying just permanent, maybe a part-time employment through their passion. And they all could reach to us through our website, ccbes.ca, very simple. info@ccbs.ca is our email ID, and 416-562-9957 is our office phone number. You could reach us and find all the details.
Yes. Thank you very much. We wish you all the best, because all you do is coming from your heart. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amitha. Thanks a lot.
तो ये थे मिस्टर दीपक मनचंदा, जिन्होंने हमें एहसास दिलाया है कि we can help others with our own passion. Well, that's a wrap for this week's show. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and write to me at vjamithaspotlight@gmail.com. We will continue to bring you inspiring guests who will share their success stories. Until next week, this is Amitha signing off, encouraging you to follow your own aspirations towards your own spotlight.